Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Brandon and Ryan Hour. I am Brandon,
And I'm Ryan.
and today's topic is Jack Ryan.
Episodes
Welcome.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Great start.
Let
All
me
right.
go ahead and turn that phone off. Shut up,
Yeah.
phone. I'm busy.
That would be fantastic.
Welcome to the Thursday review. Jack Ryan, season 3, episodes 2 and 3. What are the names of the episodes, Ryan? Do you know?
I do not have that information available right now.
Yeah. Who cares?
So, what were your overall impressions on episode 2?
Episode 2, not great.
Okay, not great.
Let's see. As I watched episodes 2 and 3 back to back, so I'm trying to separate them in my mind. Let's see. He's on the run. He goes to Greer.
So he's on. What?
Greer sends him to find some guy. What was it, Greece?
Yeah, he's in Greece.
Okay. Well, where'd you go? Hello? Is it just going to be the Brandon hour? The Brian hour. What a retard. Hello? Hey, you're back. I can't hear you. Now I can hear you.
That's weird. Okay. Why'd you stop talking? Keep going.
I was trying to figure out if you had dropped or not. Anyway, so it was not great.
Yeah, so he's stuck in Greece trying to avoid the CIA and the Russian guy.
Yeah.
And the Greece authorities, apparently.
Huh?
And the Greece authorities, apparently.
Yeah, because he shot that cop. But how did they know he shot that cop?
Because the Russian guy told him.
Who?
The Russian guy.
Yeah, but it was just he shoots the cop, runs off, and then everybody's like, oh, he shot a cop. How the heck do they know? They know he shot the cop, but they don't know who shot the president or the
Yeah, the Russian guy was there when he shot the cop, so the Russian guy was working. Yes, he was.
He was chasing him, but he didn't see it.
Okay.
So the CIA is just going to take a Russian operative's word at it?
Not the CIA. The CIA didn't say he shot anyone.
Yeah, they did.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
The Greece authorities and the Russian guy said he shot someone. They told the CIA that. When Greer and
why would they believe them?
That's the information they were given. I didn't say they believed him.
But they did. They were trying to call him back in because not because he shot the cop, but
because there was reports that he shot the cop. Yes.
Right. They weren't like, "Hey, did you shoot the cop?" They didn't even ask him. They were just like, "Oh, the news said you shot the cop, so you got to come home."
They didn't have any contact with him.
Yeah, he was on the phone. He was going to a safe house, and then he realized that it was being staked out, and he was like, "What's going on?" And he calls her.
Yeah, that was the end of the first episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's when he went into the wind.
Yeah, because the scientist got shot. He told him the scientist got shot, that the mission failed, and all their people were dead.
Yeah.
There was no mention of shooting the cop in that episode.
I know. What I'm saying is that was part of their reasoning. Like, why would they care? Why would they care if some Russian like, I don't understand why they care that the scientist got shot or why the cop got shot. Who freaking cares?
They were just trying to bring him in because it was causing an international incident.
That's what the CIA does, is cause international incidents.
Okay.
So I didn't know like why it mattered and why they were all butthurt about it. Like,
Because they were
we
trying to
don't-
avoid creating an incident.
And how did anybody even know who Jack Ryan was? If he's part of the CIA, they should just be like some random guy shot a cop. They would be plastering his name and identity all over the place.
Okay.
Anyway, episode 2, he's on the run.
Yep.
What else happened?
So yeah, he's on the run.
Trying to remember.
Greer sent him $5,000 from Rome to Greece through the Hawala network.
No, he didn't send him $5,000. It cost him $5,000 to send that to him.
No, he sent him $5,000.
No, that's how much it cost him.
No,
to
it was
send-
not. He sent $5,000 to him.
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yes, he did. He gave the lady $5,000. Jack Ryan went to the other place and picked up $5,000
How do you know it was $5,000?
because she asked him, "How much are you sending? Or how much is it?" And he said 5,000.
I thought she said 5,000. I'm getting confused now.
No, she asked, "How much is it?" And he said 5,000. That's what
Okay.
he sent to Jack Ryan.
Okay, I guess maybe. I must be confused.
I mean, I'm sure he paid some kind of fee. But yeah, that's how Hawala networks work in real life. You go somewhere, you give them like 10, 15% on top of what you're sending. And they, on the receiving end, the person gets.
I guess
whatever you
it
sent.
confused me when I guess she brought him the bag of pastries and she was like, "Well, it didn't cost me $5,000."
Yeah, because that's what he sent.
Like, it didn't cost him $5,000 the first time either.
Right.
He sent his friend
I mean-
$5,000. There's a difference.
Exactly.
Anyway. So what else happens? Episode 2.
So yeah, so he gets sent the money, gets
He
the
goes to
information
that
about
guy's
where
place.
to hide out.
Sending
There's the-
messages to the one guy through cartrader.com or whatever.
Yeah, whatever car website. Yep.
That's actually kind of clever, but I've seen it before.
Yeah, and then the Russian guy tracks him in the streets and then shoots him or tries to shoot him in the middle of a market at the very beginning of the episode. Because like an idiot, he stood out in the middle of the
Oh.
street and tried to get a picture of the guy.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. Like he just walked out in the middle of the
He
street.
just like
to take a
walks up in
picture
the
of
middle
him.
of the street and is like, "Hey, you can clearly see me doing this."
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all. Yeah, and then they have the chase through the market and
Yeah, and I don't understand because he started walking off and the guy was right behind him. Could have shot him while they were walking through the street, but waited until they got into the market when he didn't have a clean shot, and then tried to shoot him.
yeah.
And that the gun that the Russian guy had to have the lightest slide ever.
Oh, you saw that too?
Yeah, he was just like, and I was like,
Yeah. He's like putting the suppressor on, and then like he's like, "Whop," and I'm like,
that's
What?
got to be the lightest slide ever.
I was like, how did he even do that? Like,
Yeah, because it was just like 2 fingers, like just his
yeah, he was like pinky, or he was,
pointer finger and
and
thumb,
whoop.
and just I was like, that's not realistic at all, but okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, and then waited until he didn't have a clean shot to actually try to shoot him.
Yeah. Then he went to Greece, and then that's when everybody went to Greece.
Well, he was already in Greece. That's where he was at the start of the episode.
Oh, is that where they were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm tracking where they are and all that. They're not doing a very good job of indicating where they are when things are happening.
Yeah.
Because anyway, what else? Okay, so then he gets the money, and there's a tie for some reason.
Yeah, because he went to a clothing shop, so they were hiding the exchange of the money in the tie box.
Yeah.
Why? Because the guy closed the door to the store with that giant metal gate.
Yeah. Then he goes to visit the guy that he already knew. I don't remember if that was the guy was from season 1 or season 2, but may not.
I'm sure. I think he looks familiar, but I don't remember either of those first 2 seasons.
Yeah, I don't really remember them either, which is weird. Because I like the first season, but can't remember who he was. If that's what I don't understand. They suspected him. They get there. Greer knows he's there. The lady suspects he's there, and Greer's pretending to suspect he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go talk to him, and then they go sit in the car.
Yeah, because they were going to watch to see if he showed up or if he left. And if they wouldn't have been sitting in the car, they wouldn't have seen the Russian guy and the Greece authorities show up.
Yeah, but why not just go in? It's not like that guy was going to.
They don't have the authority. Do it.
They have the authority.
But the guy invited them in to start with.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, you want to come in?" And then Greer slams him against the wall, obviously because he doesn't want to go in. But then she's like, okay with chilling in the car, waiting for him to show up. Maybe.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, especially when she's the top person of that office. She's the district chief, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know what her title is, but so just chilling in the car, and then the Russian guy goes and gets a team of people to raid the building.
Raid the place, yeah.
And tear this place apart. They look in all the trunks. He's not here. Let's go.
But don't lift up any of the car lifts.
And then when he raises the car lift, he's like struggling to breathe. And I'm like, that wasn't an airtight seal. You're fine.
Yeah.
What are you ran for 10 minutes through a marketplace, no problems breathing. You're laying in a hole for 10 minutes and you're going to die?
Maybe he's claustrophobic.
Then why was he just out of breath and not panicked?
I don't know.
Anyway, all right. So then that happens. Shoot. Then what happens?
That one guy in Russia gets promoted to Minister of Defense.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the episode, and then you find out that Jack Ryan's secret contact is the old Russian guy. What happened?
No, that was episode 3.
No, it wasn't. It was the very end of episode 2.
No, because he doesn't go talk to the lady until episode 3. Episode 3, at the end of episode 3 is when he talks to the old Russian guy.
Right, but he's texting with the guy.
But he doesn't know who it is.
Right, he doesn't know, but they showed the old Russian guy standing outside smoking a cigarette,
Oh, okay, yeah.
responding to
The
it, so
audience
the
finds
audience
out.
knows.
Yeah. The audience knows. He
Right.
doesn't.
What happened to when you're telling a story that's supposed to be a mystery, keeping stuff mysterious until the appropriate time? Like in this show, they're just setting up, okay, this is the good guy, this is his secret contact, who's a good guy. Here's another good guy. Here's the bad guys. There's no
Yeah, you didn't
keeping things.
know that the old Russian guy was a good guy until the end of episode 3.
Episode 2. You
No,
know he's
episode
his
3.
contact. You know he's his contact. So
Yes,
he's
you know
working
he's his
with.
contact. You know he's the guy on the other end of the phone,
Right.
but you don't know he's a good guy.
I mean, he's trying to stop a nuclear bomb, so
But you don't find that out until the end of episode 3.
yes, you know that because he's his contact giving him all this information to stop it.
He's not the contact.
Yes, he
He
is.
only had the phone because of the microchip or the SIM card that tracked where the scientist was.
No, he was the secret contact in episode 2. So he gave the first Russian lady the information to give to Jack Ryan. He's texting with him in episode 2, and you find out.
Do you know how he's texting with him? Where'd he get his phone number?
I have no idea.
It's the SIM card that had the location of the scientist.
Okay, I don't care.
So he doesn't know who it is.
Right, I said that.
Right. All he knows in episode 2 is that he has the SIM card that had the location of the Russian scientist. Or what he thought was originally the bomb, and which turned out to be the Russian scientist.
Right.
So all he does is text the phone or the other whatever to find out, just I don't know, just to get some information. He's like, who is this? Or let's stop playing games or something like that. I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, but the Russian guy is trying to stop.
But you don't know that.
You do know that.
How do you know that?
Because he's the guy who gave the Russian spy in the first episode. That's where she got the information from. So that's where she got the SIM card. That's where she got all her information to give to Jack Ryan to kick the whole thing off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you know that he's a good guy at that point.
He's trying to stop a nuclear bomb from going off.
But you don't know that. You don't know that.
That's the entire premise of the show, of this season.
Jack Ryan is the only one trying to stop a bomb.
Yeah, and he's using a Russian contact.
The only thing that you know of is Jack Ryan is trying to stop the bomb.
Right, because he got information from a Russian contact who got information from somebody that she knew.
He got bogus information from the lady who clearly was lied to, and what he was supposed to find is not what he found.
Okay.
And the information that the scientist gave him was not very much.
Right. He just confirmed that there was a bomb that had been made.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it.
Yep.
He gets shot. Now at the end of the episode, Jack still doesn't know what's going on. He just knows there's a bomb. He's got to stop it. He texts the number.
Right, and the audience finds out who's on the receiving end of the text message.
Right. Like, you're like, I don't know what he's trying to do, because I don't remember what the text said. Anyway, you could highly speculate that he might be a good guy,
right,
but
that's what I'm saying.
It's not what you said. But I don't know. At that point, it doesn't even matter. This is bothering me. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
guess
my
they-
entire question is, why aren't they following an actual mystery show format? Why are
Oh,
they just giving
yeah.
you all the information you need as the audience to figure everything out to start with?
Yeah, that made no sense to me either. Like, it would have been more mysterious if he would have texted the number and then an ambiguous "go f yourself" reply message comes back. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah,
like that.
or don't even show the response. Just he's sending a text message. You don't know what the response is. You don't know who's sending the responses.
Yeah, you don't have to see who's texting,
Right.
like, or
Like
who
keep it
who's
a
texting,
mystery for a
or
little while.
yeah, at least like at the end of an episode like that, it just seems weird.
It's almost like they don't know how to write mysteries, or they think the audience is too dumb to enjoy a mystery.
I mean, so far this is not a mystery.
They're acting like it is, but they're giving you all the information.
It's I mean, yeah, they're giving you everything.
Yeah, I mean, they're spoon feeding you all the information, so you can't draw your own conclusions. You
Yeah,
can't speculate because they're here. You go. Here, look. Did you get this? So
yeah, and it's very basic. It's not even basic. It's just I don't know, because even a basic mystery is more mysterious than this.
yep.
All right. Look, cat, get out of here. Go, come on, shoo, 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 shoo. That's not shooing. It's laying down on my stuff. All right. So impressions of episode 2. What did you think about it?
I mean, they didn't do a good job of setting up any kind of mystery, which irritates me. They're just basically giving you all the information. They don't feel like the writing is up to snuff. Like it's not very good. The dialogue isn't great.
There's no character development.
Yeah, there's no real character development.
It's just you're just moving through space, really.
Yep.
You're just jumping from one place to another. That's all it is just cut, go here, cut, go here, cut, go here. Let's show something, but they're not even showing that much.
Yeah, so I think they're still trying to set up a whole bunch of stuff, but
They're not doing a good job of it. All right, what about episode 3? What'd you think about that one? I guess the end of episode. Yeah, when does he meet his buddy?
that's in episode 2.
Okay, yeah, he gets on the plane with him in episode 2.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
But episode 3 is when I think it's episode 3 where they actually, or episode 3 opens with them going to talk to that Russian lady, his original contact, and in her apartment. So you've got his buddy following her, and Jack Ryan's already in the apartment.
Yeah, why is he following her if he's in the apartment?
I don't know.
And then he lets her know. He's like, she's on her way up.
Yeah. And then she gets up there and she's like, "Hey, your guy's out of practice. I spotted him 8 blocks ago."
Yeah.
Like, okay, so somebody's following you for 8 blocks, and you're just like, okay, I know
And she
exactly
just-
what's going on.
Right?
I'm just
She
gonna
just
let it-
knows that he's with Jack
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yep.
And what also didn't make any sense is that she's also fearful for her life, is why she wants to leave.
Right, but she's letting somebody follow her.
But she's
for 8
letting
blocks.
someone follow her, obviously follow her for 8 blocks.
Right, and she's a trained Russian operative.
Yeah.
So you'd think she'd be able to kill somebody
Yeah.
following her.
Yeah, unless like the only way it would have made sense is if she would have said, "You need to tell whatever his name is that
Yeah, like
he's
if
out."
she would have known him.
Yeah, if she would have known
But
him, it would have made sense.
no, she just said your guy. Like,
Yeah, Mike November is the character's name.
yeah.
Yeah, if she would have said, "Tell November that he's not as sneaky as he used to be,"
Yeah.
then that would have been like, okay, she knows that guy. Makes some sense now, I guess. And then she's like, "I'm not gonna set up a meeting with him until I leave."
Until I leave Vienna. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he goes outside and Mike is like, did she set up the meeting? And he's like, she said she did. And that's not what happened. She said, I'll set it up after I leave.
yeah, that didn't make any
But,
sense.
I mean, just
And then they have a conversation about, has he thought this through? And then he's like, "Oh, so you have thought this through?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I guess I'm with you then. Let's hope we don't die."
Yeah.
That's another thing that started bothering me. Was all I don't know why it was bothering me either, but it just seemed like, who freaking cares? But they made a point for him to say, to make Jack like look at the person and be like, "Thank you." Like he told the guy in the mechanic shop, he was like, "Thank you for your help." And then he
Right.
told the lady, "Thank you." Then he told his buddy with the plane, November, he's like, "Thank you." Shut up.
I mean, maybe he's just a real polite guy. And he's very grateful that people help him do his super secret spy job.
But it's useless dialogue that doesn't offer anything to the story
Uh-huh.
and slows everything down.
Uh-huh.
It's like they're trying to do a slow burn with no burn. It's just slow.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of a really long dynamite fuse, it's I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what else to compare it to. Yeah. Anyway, the first time I was like, okay, he was just, saying thank you, and then it happened like 2 more times that I can remember.
Yeah, but when he told the smuggler guy thank you, I was like, why are you telling him thank you? Like, he's getting money to help you.
Yeah, and I thought they weren't really friends.
Right.
Because Greer made it seem like they hated each other. And then when he got there, he was like...
He pulled the gun on him and he was like, oh, you gotta be effing kidding me.
Yeah, he pulled the gun on him to mess with him. And then he's like, oh, you gotta be effing kidding me. And then like he walks off.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, are you guys friends or not friends? Like, he's not helping you out of the kindness of his heart, I guess.
Yeah. But he's getting, like, they're paying him for his services of hiding the guy.
Yeah. But, I mean, I guess the Russians could pay more. I don't know. It just... Yeah. That didn't make a lot of sense. Okay, so... Oh, that was episode 2. Was that episode 2? No, that was episode 3. Episode 3 is when he gets sent to Czech, or when Greer gets sent to Czech Republic.
I mean, at the end of episode 2, the lady, whatever her name is, I don't remember her
that's when
name,
she figures it out.
Tells Greer, hey, I'm sending you to the Czech Republic. And episode 3 is actually over in the Czech Republic.
Yeah. So, like you were saying about the dialogue, it's not, or the writing, it's not well written. So I can't tell if she's a bad actor or if it's just the dialogue or both. But when
I think
she's in
maybe
the
both.
when she's in the car talking to Greer, or when she's talking to anyone, it just seems like it seems like she literally just read the lines and then walked on set
Yeah.
and just regurgitated them. So I guess I don't know. Recently, I realized that everything that I watched shows on had subtitles on, and I guess it just never. They're just on sometimes, so you just don't realize it, and then
I always realize when subtitles are on because they irritate me.
yeah, I mean sometimes it's nice, I guess, if like depending on the type of movie or whatever it is, sometimes they're useful. Um, but I turned them all off recently, and I've been watching them without subtitles. And when you do that, you're actually paying attention to the actors more.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that their interaction, like sitting in the car talking, I don't know. Their conversation just didn't seem like a good conversation. Their whole interaction, her facial expressions. Greer's a good actor, or not Greer, but the guy that
The
plays
guy
Greer.
who's playing it, yeah,
Yeah,
he's good.
his voice, he's got the inflection, he knows how to talk, but she's just flat all the time.
Yeah,
She never deviates in anything. Like the same way she talked to who was that? She's talking to someone on the phone. She said, "I'll be home
yeah,
later" or whatever. She talked to them just like she was talking to Greer.
yep,
Um, just like she was talking to the FBI agent. Just there was no change in tone or pace or anything. It's just weird. Which leads me more to believe that it's probably both the writing and the acting. All right, so episode 3, what did you think?
I mean, they keep trying to set up mysteries and then immediately revealing everything to you.
I don't even know if they're doing that. It seems like they're revealing everything to you to set up a mystery.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing here?
But like every time you're like, okay, maybe there's a little bit of mystery. They're like, okay, here's all the information you need so you understand what's going on. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, just like they don't have to show the bad guys all the time. Like you don't need to show everything that the bad guys are planning, everything they're doing, all their interactions. I don't care. Show me what's going on with the people you want me to follow.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. And then at the end of the season, last episode or two, you
That's when you
reveal
start
what's
pulling
going
back.
on.
Yeah.
Have
They don't even do like the dramatic reveal.
Yeah.
Right? Like when they went to the cabin, they could have had all of the people who you are like, okay, I'm pretty sure the new Russian guy, pretty sure he's a bad guy. And
Mhm.
then they could have done the dramatic reveal of her dad being one of them, right?
Right,
But
but
they
he's
didn't.
just there
He's
at the very
standing
beginning.
there.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, I thought those were the Russian bad guys. Now her dad is there? What?
Yeah.
Oh. Her dad is the leader of the Russian bad guys. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Like, what is happening here?
But like they could have cut out like all the bad guy stuff and just followed Jack Ryan, who is the namesake of the show, and have him piecing things together as the show goes on. But no, they're just like, oh, here's everything for the audience to know. So there's no mystery, there's no intrigue.
Yeah, there's nothing to keep you like, oh, I gotta watch the next episode to see what happens.
Yeah.
I just found out what happens. I don't need to know what happens next.
Right. Yeah, and then yeah. And it irritates me when they telegraph things in series. So like the dad is talking to the two bad guys who first show up, and one of them like starts questioning, "Hey, you haven't caught that CIA guy, and your daughter's not doing what we expected her to do yet. So we
Oh
may
yeah,
want to look at a change in leadership." And like
the
as
guy
soon
in the
as he
Lambo.
brought up his daughter, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna kill him." And then he's like,
And then the
"Oh,
one guy goes to step in and
right,
like, hey, watch your mouth.
right."
But then he
And
was
then the
like, no,
dad's
it's
like,
okay.
"Oh,
Let
it's
him voice
fine.
his
Don't even worry
opinion.
about it." And then he shoots him later in the episode. I'm like, "Yeah, I knew he was gonna kill him. Like you didn't do a good job. You completely telegraphed exactly what was gonna happen."
Not even that, but like, I mean, yeah, they completely did, right? It was just like, okay, you know, this guy's probably gonna die. But then they wait for the other guy to show up, and then they go off and do their hunt,
Mm-hmm.
and then he shoots him in the back of the head
Yeah.
with a rifle,
Yep.
and then lets the wolves eat him.
Yep.
But like, I don't know, that just don't seem very Russian to me. Like,
Well, I mean, bad guy got a bad guy. How do you know he's a bad guy if he doesn't kill off a minion?
no. The killing part seems Russian, but like the shooting him in the back of the head while he's completely unaware
Yeah.
and it's a surprise doesn't seem very Russian. Like what's Russian is like torturing him and letting him see it coming
Yeah.
and then killing him. Or like wounding him and then let the wolves eat him alive. Right?
Yeah. But I mean, if you do that, you don't get the surprise of the audience. Oh, he was the guy was looking through the scope, looking to shoot some wolves, and then he gets shot. That's so surprising.
Yeah. That was stupid. The guy, okay, we're gonna POV from the money bad guy
Yeah.
and look through the scope and be all like woo, and then we're gonna come back from that, and then we're gonna POV again, and then you're gonna see a head, and then bam, and then you're gonna realize that that was the prime minister or the president's father.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
it would have been way more Russian for him to like. They could have done that, right? He's looking down his scope. He sees the wolf.
mm-hmm.
Then it goes black. Then you see him wake up. He's tied up. The old man's standing there, and then he like cuts him or something, and says some one-liner. Walks off. The
Yeah,
wolves show up.
like the wolves can smell blood from 3 miles away and then just walk off.
Yeah,
Or yeah, something like that.
yeah. Um,
Or you could have just had him when he started questioning his daughter, just pull out his gun right then and shoot him. And then because all he did was hand over a little token for the money transfer.
yeah. Half now, half later. Just type in the code. Okay. I didn't get it. And another thing, so like a problem I'm having with the show, um, which is I think a problem with the cast selection, is that all these Russian guys look the same.
Okay.
I can't tell who's the Secretary of Defense, who's the president of Russia, who the money bad guy is. I'm like, which one are you? I don't know.
Are you
They
saying
don't use
all
names.
Russians look the same?
No, they don't. Which is why it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They're not giving any of them distinguishing features. They're all they're dressing them all the same. They have this. They're all white guys with short brown hair, black hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give one of them a beard or something. Give one of them a hat, like that's distinguished. Like, separate these guys out, or I don't know. Give one of them a tan, or like that one Russian guy's got blonde hair, so you clearly know who he is.
Yeah.
But like the others, I'm like, wait, which one are you? Are you the? Did he just shoot the Secretary of Defense in the back of the head? I don't know. I'm confused. Why does it only cost $20 million for uranium?
Yeah.
How hard is it to get $20 million when you're a Russian operative and your daughter is the president of Czech Republic?
Czech
Like, how
Republic.
hard is it to get $20 million?
Yeah.
I don't understand. What's the most expensive part of this process? The uranium?
I don't know. Because, I mean, they said that the bomb was already built, so why do they need to get uranium?
No, they said that. No, because the device was constructed, but it didn't have the uranium.
Huh.
That's
Okay,
what the
I
old
guess I
guy
missed
said.
that.
That's what the old Russian guy said to Jack on the train.
Okay, I guess I missed that.
Yeah. But that's after the money for the uranium scene.
Mm-hmm.
So they're talking about buying their uranium before you find out that the bomb isn't completed.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I don't know if it's edited. Like, is it the director's fault? Is it the editor's fault? Is it just the writing? Is this how it was written?
That's a great question. I don't know.
And there's just so much weird stuff. The train scene, like getting on the train. Like, okay, I'm gonna digitally change this photo, but they're not gonna look at the actual camera footage. They're just gonna look at the photo that they're putting.
At one picture, yeah.
Yeah.
And then while they're waiting on the train to show up, like as soon as the train starts going, boss lady just starts walking off and is like, "Where are you going?" And she's the only one who noticed it's a different colored train.
Yeah. And she walks up and she's like, "It's a red train."
Yeah.
And he looks at the photo. And
like nobody else would have figured that out. Like she had to be the one who was so super intelligent that she noticed.
oh, and then they made a point when he's like gives her the picture, and he was like, "Oh, it's such and such train on platform 9." That is not information that a normal person gives to somebody. He'd be like, "Yep, he got on a train. Here's a picture of him getting on the train. Let's go get him." They're not gonna give details like that. Like, "Oh, it was the number 9 platform. Did you know? Did you see the number 9 in the photo? It's the number 9 platform. The 715 from the number 9 platform. Traveling 55 miles an hour. Let's do a math equation." Man. And why would the FBI show up in Greece?
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Like, why is the FBI involved?
To confiscate his government computer,
right,
and documents to try to find him for treason.
Yeah, I don't understand why the FBI is involved. Like, why not the DOD or the CIA itself? Like, why the FBI?
The NSA, like, that seems like a national security thing, not a Federal Bureau of Investigations, because that's internal.
Right. Yep.
And then they're charging him with treason because he's on the run.
And he's
they haven't declared him a fugitive yet. They just want him to come in.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't declared him a fugitive. And his justification was because he has national security secrets that are valuable to other governments.
Other
So now he's a
governments.
traitor.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And I get all that was coming from the CIA director, though, right?
Yeah.
Why would the CIA director call the FBI?
Again, I have no idea. I don't know why you involve the FBI.
It makes no sense.
Other than it's just another 3-letter agency that you can be like, hey, look, everybody, there's more government people involved now.
Yeah. And also doesn't make sense is, how do you walk into a government, a United States government, I guess that's the embassy, right? Where is the CIA headquarters at the embassy? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, because they're not CIA people. They're
Ambassadors or
given
whatever.
cover stories as
Yeah.
like State Department employees.
Okay. So anyway, they're State Department employees, CIA. They walk in there and like hold up a piece of paper like it's a warrant.
Yeah.
They don't need a warrant. They're government agents in a government agency building.
Right.
Where is their on-set expert? Do they
That's
not
a great
have
question.
one?
Doesn't appear so.
Because there's just a lot going on with this show that anyone over the age of 15 is like, this doesn't make any sense. Gets on the train, then what happens? Yeah. Then Greer's like investigating the assassination.
Mm-hmm. And figures out
Apparently,
that what's her name's bodyguard is involved.
Yeah. Well, apparently Greer and her are old buddies.
Yeah, it's like they said that he helped her on some campaign or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So yeah, okay. So that's a thing, and then I guess I don't know. Is Czech Republic a third world country, second world country? I don't know. But they only have cameras underneath the stadium. They only have one camera coming into the garage.
Yeah.
Well, you know who those people were, right?
Who?
I'm pretty sure the lady in the car was his wife.
Yes, it's his wife. The chief security officer's wife. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the lady in the car with the guy that got tased.
Yep.
And
then the other guy in the car. Well, no, the other guy in the car was the fall guy.
Yeah, he was just fall guy. They shot him. Well, they didn't shoot him, but the security guard or the
pretty sure it was the chief security guy for.
Yeah, bodyguard. That's what word I was looking for.
Bodyguard.
Her bodyguard came up and was like, gun, and shot him.
Did he say gun or shooter? I think he said shooter.
Either way.
Yeah, he just yelled shooter and then dropped like 3 bullets into him.
Yeah, just wasted him. But like when that happened, I was like, okay, he's clearly a bad guy. Because he shouldn't have shot that. That's not a shoot scenario. You don't shoot right then.
Yep.
He's a high-level bodyguard, security. He should not have shot that guy because they need information.
Right.
But he shot him.
Yep.
I was like, okay, well, you're a bad guy. And then the lady turned out to be his wife.
Yep.
And Greer is suspicious because 30 seconds before the guy gets assassinated, he turns and goes upstairs.
Yep. Like I don't know if he sees him go up the stairs or if he just disappears from the camera.
He sees him turn and go towards the stairwell.
Okay. All right.
But so that's his whole thing. And then apparently she can't not tell her dad something.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I found out some information. Let me call my dad and tell him.
Yep.
Hey, Dad, my bodyguard might have be one of the assassinators.
Yep.
Ain't that cool?" And then he's like out in the middle of nowhere on a wolf hunt. And then like the next scene, he's back at
He's back in the Czech Republic
he's back in the whatever.
in her office. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, how the heck do y'all move around so quick? He's back and he knows everything. That's the thing.
Yep.
Makes no sense.
And then you get the second fight on the train with a Russian operative guy. And then
oh yeah,
old Russian guy.
I actually
shoots him in the
enjoyed
head.
watching him get the crap beat out of him.
Do what?
I was enjoying him, the Russian guy, beat the crap out of Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Did a pretty good job.
Yeah, and then the old Russian guy is just like, "Oh, and I'm going to shoot you in the head."
Yeah. He's like, and kaboom.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny though. He was like, "Don't hit him in the head so much. We need answers or information."
Yeah, he can't talk if you hit him in the head. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as he said that, I was like, all right, you're definitely a good guy. And I guess I missed it, him the first time I watched the episode, I guess I didn't understand why he was like, I guess when he walked by him, he's like, "Ow," and turns around or whatever.
Yeah, he shot him in the leg with a syringe.
Yeah, I guess I didn't catch what had happened.
Okay.
So I didn't know if he like tased him or like stabbed him or what happened. And then he was like, "Don't worry, it was water."
Yeah, like why water?
Yeah.
Like why not saline solution or something?
Yeah, and the first time I watched it, I didn't know what he was talking about because I didn't know he had injected him with something.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, I don't, whoosh, I don't understand." And then the second time, I was like, "Oh, he injected him. That was an injection," and he was saying
Yeah.
it's water, and I was like, "Is that? It's not good for you to inject water into your
No, it's
body?"
not good just
I
to
don't
inject
think-
water straight into yourself.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't seem very good either. Like, what?
Like if it was saline solution, that would make more sense.
Yeah, okay, it wasn't poison, but
Right, but
probably
water.
better than poison, but it can't be good for you.
Right.
And then yeah. And he starts and then he's like, "Hurry up, we don't have a lot of time to talk."
Right.
And then he starts being cryptic. And he's like, "Who has the uranium?" And he's like, "Why don't you ask your buddy?"
Well, he gives him a name, and then he's like, "Who's that?" And he says, "Why don't you ask your friend?" And
Yeah.
his friend's like, "Oh, that guy. I work for that guy."
Yeah, he's a client of mine.
Yep.
One of your clients can get uranium.
Because he's an arms dealer. Yep. So, all arms dealers can automatically get uranium. That only makes sense.
Well, no, they said that there was only a few people who they could probably get it from.
Arms dealers. There's only a
I
few
don't know,
of
but
them.
if I had uranium and there's only 2 other guys on the planet who were arms dealers besides me that could get uranium, I'd probably charge more than $20 million, especially if I knew they're trying to start World War III.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, like in every movie you've ever watched, that's always $100 million deal. Like $20 million is not a lot of money. When you're an international arms dealer, 20 million bucks doesn't seem like a much.
Yeah.
It's like oh shoot. Austin Powers. I like when he wakes up and he's like, I'll hold them ransom for $1 million, and then they're all like, $1 million isn't much anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, did you guys write this for the 80s?
Maybe. Or it's just people who don't have any type of knowledge on how the world works.
I guess. And then the end of the episode, his buddy's like, you know that line I was talking about? You just crossed it.
Yeah.
Really? That's the line? For walking over the border?
Yeah.
That's the line. Your warning earlier seemed much more dire
Yep.
than the current situation. Like him shooting, the CIA director. That's a line that probably should cross.
Right.
Like if he shot her, be like, hey, you remember that line I was telling you about? That's the line. You screwed now. You're gonna die or go to jail for the rest of your life. Doesn't matter how many nukes you get off the black market, you're done. Yeah.
Yeah, so overall, episodes 2 and 3 not the greatest 2 episodes of TV ever. Really slow, very predictable. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much.
But you don't even need to predict anything. Like they're just like they tell you. Like I said, they tell you everything you need to know.
Right, they're just spoon feeding you. Hey, watch the story. Hey, yeah, exactly.
There's more mystery in a Scooby-Doo episode.
Yep.
Than this show.
That's fair.
Like.
And it's supposed to be a mystery show because it's involving the CIA, and they're having to uncover the plot.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they're just giving the audience exactly what's going on.
All the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yep.
Like either... Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like the other Jack Ryan stuff. Either you have to give the audience all the information up front for the bad guys, and then have the character go through the series of events that are set up by the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to conceal it the whole time and like leave little hints if you want to.
Right.
And then have it be a big reveal at the end.
Right. But if it's going to be a CIA spy show, you should really do the latter. Like, not have people know what's going on, having the CIA agents try to figure it out as the show progresses, and then give the big reveal at the end.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm trying to think of that. The sum of all fears, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the first half of that, you really don't know what's going on. So they're doing a bunch of investigation. They're figuring out pieces of the puzzle. But then they reveal to you the bad guys all at once, right? They're like, okay, here's the bad guys. This is their plan. This is the whole thing. And then you realize, or then Jack realizes that his timeline is wrong, and it's not happening next week. It's right now, and then the bomb blows up. Right. And then there's this huge tension between the United States and Russia. Then the bad guys don't matter anymore at that point.
Right, exactly.
So I don't know what they're doing here. Because so the bodyguard's a bad guy. His wife is a bad guy. Her dad's a bad guy.
right?
Who is the guy he shot in the back of the head? Is that who is
He
that?
was just introduced for the financing. Like he was introduced and killed off in the same episode.
Is that the only scene he was in?
I mean, there were like 2 or 3 scenes, but yeah.
Okay. The defense minister is a bad guy.
Uh-huh.
There's some other Russian guy that I don't know who it is.
Like the president?
Yeah, who swears in the defense minister?
So the president talks to him right before he gets sworn in, but I don't know who actually did
You
the
don't
ceremony.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like all of those Russian guys look the same to me.
Okay.
I'm like, are you the president? I'm like, no, wait. I think that guy was the president. Who's this guy with the Lambo? Is that the defense minister? Did he just shoot the defense minister on the back of the head after like one day on the job?
Yeah.
So the blonde Russian is dead.
Yep.
The money man is dead.
Yep.
So it's just the dad, the bodyguard's wife, defense minister.
Yep.
And then the old Russian is a good guy.
Yep.
For now. Unless they're like, oh, wait, he's actually a double agent. He's really the worst bad guy. For some reason. But if that's the case, they'll probably tell us in the next episode. Let's see. I don't even know who else. The only other thing that could be the case is that the actual president of Czech Republic is also in on it. She wants it to happen. I don't know. I don't even care. I don't even care enough to speculate about what's going to happen next because there's really nothing to guess about. There's really nothing to like try to figure out. I don't need to most of the time I'm spending like any gray matter on this episode is trying to figure out why I'm supposed to care and which Russian that is.
Okay.
And then they're going back and forth, like going back to the past. And I'm like, wait, which one are you? Okay, you're the Russian that told all the other Russians to kill everybody. And now you're going and giving one item from that person to their family.
To their family, yeah.
It didn't make any sense. What? And that one guy who called in sick, he's like, oh.
Yeah. And like, there's no follow-up on that. Just, hey, you called in sick, cut to black.
Cut to black. Okay. Is he gonna show up later as a bad guy? Or did he kill their whole family right there? I don't know. And guess what? I don't even care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Because who is he in now? Like in the present?
Who is who in the present?
The guy who was going to the door, knocking on the door saying, here's some glasses, your husband's dead, goodbye.
He's the old Russian guy. The good guy.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yes, he is.
The old guy, the old good guy, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
That is the old Russian who was talking to the scientist the first time.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
Mother trucker. What do you mean, no, it wasn't?
The old Russian guy is the same guy who told the truck full of soldiers, you guys got to get in there and kill him. And then he went in, picked up all the stuff, and delivered it to the families. That's the old Russian guy who's the good guy now.
But he looks just like the Russian general at the beginning.
Okay.
Am I wrong? Does
Yes.
he not look like that guy?
No, he does. They do look similar, but that's not the same character.
Why would they choose two actors that look very similar to play old people in a time like when they're going to do like time jumps?
I don't know.
Are you
Probably the
freaking
same
kidding
reason
me?
they get
They're
all the
not
Russians
the same
to.
person.
Probably the same reason they cast a bunch of white guys with brown hair as all the Russians, and you can't figure out which one is which.
All right, I gotta look this up.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got to.
That is stupid. This
Okay.
guy.
Anyway, we got to wrap up here. I've missed a few phone calls, so I got to figure out what's going on.
I
So,
don't
final
care
thoughts.
what's going on with your phone calls.
Fantastic. Final thoughts.
It sucks.
Okay. So you're not a fan. Got it.
No. We're doing 3 episodes next time, maybe. If I can stomach 3 episodes. No, I'm not even going to be able to remember 3 episodes. So I guess we'll just
Okay.
do
Just
episodes
2
4 and 5
episodes.
next week.
All right.
Not a fan. Do not recommend. Tune in next time for some more riveting recap of some not very riveting TV. Let's I'm not holding out any hope that they surprise me. So,
All right. Yep. So I'm about in the same boat.
Cool.
That is the episode.
Yep. All right, guys. We will see you. We're not doing Saturday, right?
No, we're not doing Saturday.
Okay,
We'll
so Monday.
do movie Monday.
Yeah.
And then
we're off.
we're gonna have to take next week off for this review.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
pick up the following Monday with a movie review as well.
So we're gonna do movie Monday on the 16th,
16th.
and then we won't be back until the 23rd.
Yep.
All right. Like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff if anybody's out there watching. If not, yeah, whatever.
All right.
All right. See y'all next time. Bye.